Hello guys, welcome back to Butterfly Box 78. These readings are for adults. This particular reading are for Cancer singles. Cancers, it's all about you. Cancer singles. What is going on with my Cancers? Let's see here. Give me a moment to meditate. Instantly I felt pain in my head. I don't know if you're overthinking something, or you're thinking hard about something, or you're thinking about something that was painful. That's where I got the energy immediately. All right. Could be in your third eye or crown. Felt it mostly in the upper part of my head, so I would say, and then a little bit down the back of my head. So there's something that you're definitely in your head about. I'm not going to try to do this anymore. And for some reason, no, what's this? We'll go ahead and go here with it. Two staves in reverse. Strength in the reverse, Five of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Sword. Okay. There's an inability. There's a partnership that you may have been wanting, but right now, I don't want to say you're weak, but there's an inability to walk away from a certain situation that you're dealing with. No surprise, because shit, y'all just don't ever want to let go of shit. Nothing wrong with that, Cancer. I would definitely say that you guys are very much relationship people, so this doesn't surprise me. Let's see here. Put this in my pocket. And let's go ahead. We're going to have to understand. I'm going to go ahead. Well, this is pretty straightforward. Let's see why. We're going to just clarify the Five of Pentacles because the message is the same. It's like, can't move away from something, can't move away from something. We know because maybe you have a weakness for somebody. It's definitely something that you were in your head about. So let's go ahead and figure out why this is happening the way it is. Judgment is in the upright, so spiritually, the situation may not be right, but spiritually, this is actually something that you have to take up with spirit, honestly, with God, because really, I'm sorry, I don't know if I clarified this. This is for Cancer singles. You're unable to move away. But I think that as long as you continue to, Five of Coins again, but this time in the upright. So where we had it in the reverse before, the overall energy is in the upright. So this is saying that you will move away from this energy as long as you continue to actually pray about it. I think that sometimes for Cancers, it's really hard for them to let go, which is why they have such a hard time. Yeah, there was a heartbreak, or it could be a situation where somebody doesn't want to let go of you. The Nine of Coins, laziness, Two of Wands, again in reverse. So there is probably a dysfunction sexually, whether not a dysfunction, but maybe an overactive or underactive, that you were dealing with somebody and they were very much attached to you sexually. That was very hard for them. Also, with the heartbreak, you may have had to explain to this person, okay, it's time. This is time for this is the end. I'm not doing this anymore, because what you're trying to manifest is actually the ability to walk away. Also, this has to do with the throat chakra. So this is you communicating actually that you are going, and this may be heartbreaking to that person, but that you will be walking away from this situation. And I think that it has to do with spiritually, you've put it in prayer and you're listening to spirit, and God is explaining to you that this may have been a time in your life, but not something that you may need to continue, so this is that situation. Let's see. The path of wisdom. I'm not even sure. I just kind of got dizzy for a second. Really lightheaded. Not really sure why that happened. But let's see what the path of wisdom is telling us. So, Father of Air, this person is trying to possibly communicate a truth, but you have to be willing to, in order to hear what this person actually has to say. This could also represent, because it's in the reverse, is you guarding, like you not telling the person a certain truth. The path would be that either you need to communicate with that person that truth, or that person needs to communicate with you, but whichever way it goes, communication is required. Again, this is that 5 of coins leaving somebody, so it may be you having to communicate that truth to somebody. Also, why I got this in the last reading, life force. You're the leader, so you know what I'm saying? And then it's like a mountain cat or a cougar. Could have been dealing with somebody younger. Or whatever the case may be, but you will find victory when you're led more by life's forces, instead of trying to hold on to something to manipulate a certain situation to make it fit your life. Just letting it do what it's supposed to do naturally. And right now, while we're in quarantine, if you are Cancer single and there's distance, or because we're practicing social distancing, this is a great time for you to, be the leader in your own life and really take charge. Not just that, but like listen to where life is trying to pull you and what direction. Listen for that. Also clarity. This came out in the last reading. So you could be dealing with your Gemini. But whatever the case may be, clarity. So either you need to clear up something with somebody, or somebody needs to clear up something with you. But clarity is what's needed in order to be able to actually move on from this situation. And where I do see that the 5 of coins is the overall energy in the upright. This is telling us that this will be communicated and someone will walk away. Also, the 4 of water in abundance. So either you will be expressing this emotion, or this emotion will be expressed back to you. But whichever way it goes, it's going to be a large amount of emotion. Nobody wants to be rejected. And I'm not sure if this is necessarily rejection. This is just a situation where I think where we have to spend, especially the singles, have to spend so much time with ourselves, especially with social distancing happening. We tend to look inward, and then it's easy for us to be distracted, Cancer, by things that it's easy for us to find other things to do in order to avoid dealing with ourselves. But what the main thing is to focus on dealing with ourselves instead of trying to find distractions, because that really doesn't pull you forward. It only sets you back, because The mission in life is to be the best you can possibly be, get right with God, so that way, once you're healed, you can set out into the world and use your testimony and use your experiences in order to help other people in that aspect. I think it's really important. I think that message is very important. Let's go ahead and I'm not feeling a partnership in this reading. Let's get the, what do the romance angels say? What are they talking about? Pay attention to the red flags. So this is a very, very, very good, I guess, wrapping this energy up to me, this would be a very good thing is definitely, I don't know if you've been ignoring the red flags, you know, but definitely pay attention to them. Also, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So soulmates don't necessarily mean lovers. They can just be people that come into your life that are connected to you on a spiritual, more soul level. So I think that if you have friends, or if the person that you're walking away from, once you guys do talk about things, it doesn't mean that you guys can't be friends. It just means that maybe it's a situation where you no longer need to be involved since there isn't going to be a partnership. But listen to them and learn. The biggest thing out of this is learning. Let go. Wow. Okay. Yes, this message is for you, Cancer. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. I would definitely. And then it says free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So take control of your life, but what it's also telling you is to let go of the control. You can't control certain things, but it is important to free yourself. But in order to free yourself, you may have to walk away from energy that is no longer healthy for you. It may have run its course. Maybe you've drug it out too long. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you're in your head about it, or this really could be somebody else really in their head about you, not wanting to let you go, Cancer. I know a lot of men really, really enjoy their Cancer women, so it would not surprise me if they were not trying to let you go. But I think also let go of control issues. You know, sometimes you have to take a back. Just step away. Step away slowly. So, you know, that's kind of what I'm getting out of this. And because of that, with the overall energy being free yourself, I think that trying to control everything is not going to help anything, especially while you're in quarantine. Trying to control a certain situation that you may not have, and you can't control how other people feel about you. It's just how they feel about you. You can't control people. You know, you can't control whether somebody is trying to love you. You know what I'm saying? You can't control other people's opinions, thoughts. You know, you can't control other people, you know, or their issues, or even solve them for them, or whatever the case may be. I think this is more about, you know, you just kind of throwing caution to the wind, opening yourself up, and really stay concentrating in this spirituality, so that way whoever is manifesting you will be able to let them in without having to do so much running around and trying to control a situation that you cannot control. All right. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and let's draw some angel cards. I think that's really important. Let's see here. Let's draw you some angel cards. What are the angels telling us? What are the angels saying? What do the angels want you to know, Cancer? Whoa. 3 already came out. Bible. Wow. Honesty. Yeah, be honest. And mastery. That's very interesting. And the overall energy is honor. So I think what this is saying is, I'll go ahead and show you. Honor. I think that what this is saying is that, you know, you may look to the Bible as your reference to mastering a certain honesty. And with the overall energy being honor, I just really feel strongly that, you know, it's important for whoever it is that you choose to deal with, really honor you. One of the things that I was telling somebody about this coronavirus that nobody's talked about or nobody's paid attention to, only certain things leading up to it, is before all of this happened, we were so concentrating on, you know, the Me Too movement had gained some momentum and kind of died. Then the Jeffrey, what is his name? I always forget his name. The Jeffrey guy who killed himself but was running the illegal, human trafficking kind of ring of women, young girls and teenage girls that he was running in and out, basically prostituting, along with Harry Weinstein doing the most to women, and, you know, several others that we don't even hear about. They were probably being prosecuted. This, you know, one of the biggest things that I think that we don't really talk about is the imbalance of how women are treated. And so I think that it's really, really important that not only as a Cancer woman you honor thyself, or just a woman in general, you honor thyself, but others honor you also. It is important for you males. Yes, I'm talking to you males. If you're a Cancer male, you know, I think that Cancer males are pretty sensitive. So, you know, yes, honor thy mother, but honor the woman that you're trying to, you know, to be with. If it is a sexual situation, you know, and somebody wants to go through with that, explain that. I think that what we don't do anymore, there's so much trickery, you know, and there's so much imbalance within situations that men and women are dealing with. I feel like a lot of times men aren't being 100% upfront about what it is that they're dealing with. So it's like, you know, not telling somebody something is still, you know, you're hiding a truth, and, you know, that's not okay. Also, one of the things that will bring balance, as we're seeing now, back to the earth, or just back to things in general, is not only, you know, being kind to your Mother Earth, but also being good to women. I feel like, you know, we have been so disrespected. Yes, women do a lot of disrespectful things. I think sometimes the disrespect comes a lot from women trying to do so much to be with men. You know what I'm saying? So those things kind of go hand in hand, and what fuels men? Money and power. So if you have control over the pussy and the money, then you're not going to respect your counterpart, you know? And so, you know, I think that that's a really, really, really big thing that, you know, I think is interesting during this quarantine time, because it's forced For the singles, it's forcing them to deal with themselves, and for the ones who are in relationships, it's forcing you to deal with the person that you have to stay with, or your partner, whether it be male or female, female, females respecting other females. I don't feel like we do that very well, because we're so judgy, and the only reason we're so judgy is because men, happen to be judging the situation, or we're trying to live up to certain standards that we think that men have placed upon us, and certain things, of that nature. You understand what I'm getting at? Anyway, what I'm trying to communicate is that the respect of the female has gone down. Whether she's disrespected herself or others have disrespected her, it is a whole disrespect, and it has affected our earth. So, I'm saying all that to say that that's why honor is there, because who is the mother in the zodiac? It is the Cancer. She's the mama of the mamas. You know what I'm saying? Besides the Taurus. You got a lot of competition with the Taurus woman. But, I will say that it's very important to start respecting females. So, anyway, that's my message. I ranted long enough. Love you guys. I'ma stay. Bye.